Yo, it's me. This is from the heart to you and for all of us. So recently we've got some questions from some veteran superhumans. Actually, we've got some questions from some people that have just been through some other challenges, like the whole life challenge. And so we've had the question, like, is it worth me going back through the program again, or should I go back through it? And like, I would say, hell yeah, like it's totally worth going back through it. We've got people that have done it 6 times, a lot of people that have done it 2 and 3 times, and there's a lot of reasons for it. So I want to make a plug for that today. And but fun fact about me, because this came up on a hike yesterday, I don't bathe and shower like most people. I don't use soap anywhere in my body except in my private parts of my armpits, because I believe, or not I believe, I know that our body secretes things through sweat. And we have a lot of it's almost like we have an ecosystem on our skin, so we have certain enzymes and certain bacteria that are really beneficial, and they work in synergy with each other, and they help neutralize pathogens and keep the skin looking soft and supple and all that kind of stuff. So I try to minimize my soap usage except in the places that it counts. All right, so now let's get to the topic we're going to talk about today. So I've received this question, many times, and so I just want to just address a few things that me and Nicole were discussing and thought about. And the first one is that everyone slips, right? Everyone has issues implementing all our different foundations over the course of a lifetime. Now, some of us get better at it the longer we do it and the more times we go through progressions and new programs, because remember, one of the things we're trying to do is we're trying to make a lot of these healthful habits unconscious, so it just becomes a part of who we are. So my level of diligence and being spot on is probably a lot different from someone just starting out, but still, the point is, like, everyone slips up. Some of the things that you did diligently during your SHT progression, maybe kind of start to fade out. And then some of the things that you stopped doing when you went through that SHT progression start to creep back in. And the way that we know this is we start to experience things that we don't like. We start to experience, I think for most of us, the big ones are going to be, the body composition piece starts to, creep back in, and we start to feel puffy and pudgy. Definitely start to experience digestive issues and some skin issues and some energy level issues. So instead of just rehashing over, all these different things that you've done and could have done better and beating yourself up about stuff, keep it simple and just join the progression. Go back through it. It'll be great. It'll get you back on track and hone back in, and you'll come out of it better than you were before. Now, the second thing I want you to consider is you need the re-education. So I love going through the SHT with everybody because I'm always learning as well. Like, we're always trying to update and improve the program. So the educational material that we put out is going to be a little bit new and updated every time we do it. It gets a little bit more in depth. The guide's changing a little bit. We all think we know what we need to do, but understand we threw a lot of information at you in 10 weeks, and most of us probably didn't absorb that to the degree that we need to. Starting back over and going through all this information, which is constantly updated, is going to help you relearn this super, super important information and get you closer to making this like an unconscious habit. The third thing is, and this is really, really important, in order to progress, you have to be a part of something that progresses you, okay? It's tough to be really diligent on your own. So I think one of the reasons that I'm really, really successful now with all these different things is because I'm constantly putting together programs, and I'm constantly doing those programs with the people that I work with. And so I'm always a part of something. Like, I'm always a part of a progression, whether it's the SHT or some of our advanced programs. And I realized after going to this Tony Robbins event here recently that we need that. Like, we need to learn, and we need that little inspiration and motivation and the newness of things in order to progress. And so what happens is we'll have this progression, and we'll see a lot of success and a lot of changes, and then most of us will plateau because we keep doing the same things that we're doing, even though they're healthful. Like, I really believe that we need to constantly be changing things and mixing things up. So you want to be a part of something as often as you can. I would recommend doing the SHT again with us for sure, and then also joining us for some of the advanced programs that we're going to have afterwards, because in order to progress, you have to be a part of something that progresses you and holds you to the fire and keeps you accountable and keeps you learning and doing new things. All right. The third thing is, or is that the third thing or the fourth thing? Fourth thing is we all need the support. All right. So for me personally, like, I am living the dream because I am constantly immersed in this information all day, every day, and it's rare that I venture out and get around, for lack of a better term, normal people. For the most part, like I'm either working with clients or teaching classes. My office is up here at the Combine. And so, like, I'm constantly interacting with people, but I know most of us, that's not the case. Most of us, like, worst case scenario, maybe we're living in a situation where the other people in the house aren't doing the same things that we're doing. But most definitely, like in the workplace environment and places that you frequent, you're probably being exposed to people that just don't understand and believe in the same things that you do. So it's really great to be a part of a progression so that at the meetings and at the social events and things, you're reconnecting with people that believe in the same principles, and you start to cultivate friendships and build some relationships around people that actually believe in the same thing that you do. The fifth thing is you have a chance to be a leader. So as someone that's been through this program before, going back through it, people will be looking up to you. And we see this happen every time we have veterans going back through the progression. People look up to these people because you can tell they know what they're talking about. You can tell they've already been through this. They answer questions. They help at the meetings, and all the social events. Like, they tend to be someone that a lot of people ask questions with. So you have a chance to be a leader. And in being a leader, I think that makes you a little bit more diligent and makes you hold yourself just a little bit more accountable. And then finally, we need your support. Like, we really do. We love having you a part of all this stuff. We love having people go back through the program because we get more familiar with you, and I think it just helps to cultivate this community a little bit better, a little bit stronger. So yeah, absolutely. If you're considering going back through the SHT, remember, as a veteran, you have significant discount pricing. There'll be a link in this email sent out to you that's only specific to you. It's less than half of what the standard rate is for this year, and we'd love to see you as part of it. Okay, there's so much love and support here. Like, I just cannot emphasize enough how much we think about you and think about how we can support you moving forward. So let me know if you have any questions. Okay, thank you so much.